wars are heating up, the stakes are high. Xbox games on PlayStation makes the gamers sigh. Halo meets Uncharted, Master Chief's on new turf. Cross the lines we're charting, gaming gold and mirth. Gears of War on DualShock, Marcus Phoenix takes a dive, busting barriers in shock, feel the worlds collide. Competition crumbled, walls of brand they fall. Exclusive grip has fumbled, now we've got it all. Halo meets Uncharted, Master Chief's on new turf. Cross the lines we're charting, gaming gold and mirth. Fable made the journey to a land of PS dreams. Heroes on a quest so funny, nothing's as it seems. Fable made the journey to a land of PS dreams. Heroes on a quest so funny, nothing's as it seems. Halo meets Uncharted, Master Chief's on new turf. Cross the lines we're charting, gaming gold and mirth. Uncharted, Master Chief's on new turf. Cross the lines we're charting, gaming gold and mirth. Gaming gold and mirth.
Back in the days of Green's golden glow, where Peter Moore put on a killer show, he rolled up his sleeve with the Rebels motto, a Halo tattoo and Grand Theft Auto. Tattooed promises in the corporate air, turning heads with moves so rare. From consoles to wars to a bold new game, Xbox shifting, but who's to blame? He revved up the war with a cheeky grin, the 360 buzz, let the fight begin. He built empires on silicon sand. Now whispers say they'll leave hardware's land. Tattooed promises in the corporate air, turning dreams into a brand to dare. From consoles to wars to ambitions vast, is the future here or just the past?
grip my fingers tight. Adventures calling through the night. Let the games do the talking now. Press the start button, take a bow. In this realm, we're all the king. Ready, set, let the games begin.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the game struggle.
Questing through a dragon's lair. Hero's path, we've made it there. Save points mark the tale we spin. Pressing forward, we will win. Let the games do the talking now. Press the start button, take a bow. In this realm, we're all the king. Ready, set, let the games begin.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the game struggle.
High scores climbing, reaching new heights. Epic battles, magical sights. Through the levels we unlock dreams. In this universe, we reign supreme.
What you just played?
Let the games do the talking now. Press the start button, take a bow. In this realm, we're all the king. Ready, set, let the games begin. High scores climbing, reaching new heights. Epic battles, magical sights. Through the levels, we unlock dreams. In this universe, we reign supreme. Let the games do the talking now. Press the start button, take a bow. In this realm, we're all the king. Ready, set, let the games begin.
Yo, what's up, grinders? How you doing out there? It is Friday. Yes, it is. It's Gaming Friday. Hope everybody had a good week. It has been a crazy week in gaming. Or gaming, just bleh, like news and stuff. You know, I'll give a couple of takes on some things. I see everybody, the grinders are coming on in here. I don't have too much time today. But definitely want to try to do something over the weekend. But definitely the Gaming Grindhouse is going to be where we try much everything that's been going on. It's been crazy here. Shout out to Taran, Pickard, Ice Queen Gaming. Chocolate Dream Stream is in the house. How you doing, man? How you doing? Crooked Vulture, Ryan, Michael Meridian. How you doing, man? Leech here. Outside Gaming Night. Champagne, Big Speaks. Thank you for the good tune. Yes, it was a great tune. There's a Gaming Grindhouse exclusives. The only place where exclusives still around. My goodness. And some on PlayStation and Nintendo. We know how they roll. And how we going, everybody? Sweet Willie's here. How you doing? Let's go. He just named a new studio there. Yo, what's up, Ace? How you doing? Yeah, I know. You know, hey, so I usually go live on Fridays, so I wanted to try to keep that. I wanted to do more like on like a Wednesday as well. It's just I couldn't get around to it. I had the thumbnail, I had the thoughts, I had my stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I just couldn't get to it. So like on Wednesday, this is kind of what I wanted to talk about, and then all this other stuff is coming. And you notice how this week was so crazy, right? Just to kind of just talk about this week. And definitely I'll get into more detail, more topics on Monday. Maybe we'll get some guests on there. We'll see. But, you know, it went from like the Xbox stuff with the layoffs and their things going on and just they're firing people over at Microsoft to then the PlayStation financials. Now the Switch with the VRR stuff and then Jade Raymond leaving. Dude, it has been crazy. And the debacle of Doom, which the debacle of Doom is sort of what triggered this for me. Because that's when I wanted to do it on Wednesday, because that's when I was accessing Doom and what was going on. And then I read this news that I'm going to present here. And then I'm just like thinking, I'm like, what? is the plan. So it is crazy. Oh, thank you, Gaff. Great. I try to do it different times too to get different grinders in here. I'm glad you're able to catch this live. Thank you for coming on in. Everybody, hit that like button, share it out. I know I didn't give a lot of notice. So if you try to grab the grinders, send out the grind signal here. But yeah, like the Doom debacle that came out. And then now the recent stuff with the Jade Raymond stuff, and now everybody's talking about service games again. And we had a big conversation on Monday at the end of the show with J-Dub. Shout out to J-Dub and Steve Leone, one of the grinders, coming on in here. Basically, we were talking about the service stuff because of LFG, that studio that Sony was able to kind of pull from from the layoffs that Bungie had last year and built this. So, and then the Jade Raymond stuff with the service games. And we've talked about service games so many, so you know my opinion on them. Like, I said it again on, and this is what it was so confusing. Like, we talked about it, and I was just saying, dude, like, Sony was supposedly getting away from the service stuff. Why would they now do this LFG and now starting another one? And then we find at the end of the week, they're back to now possibly Jade Raymond, the founder of Haven Studios, is gone. And she apparently left a few weeks after her game was shown. Who knows if that was rumored or not. But she's gone. The founder of Haven. So, what happens to Fair Games? I told you before, Fair Games should be gone. Like, we shouldn't deal with, like, that game after Concord, like, Fair Games should have added single player to it and just doing something different. But you can't have that game come out as is. And yeah, like, I don't get it. And we'll talk about it. And I'm going to give everybody here that's about 100 people in here. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a little preview. Monday's show, the Gaming Grindhouse, is going to be a roast of roasts because I got it out for all of them. All of them. Nobody's going home empty-handed. All of them are getting smoke. You got the 3 goddamn gaming stooges. I already got my title ready for Monday. All right? I already got it.
You're my #1 customer.
The 3 stooges of gaming. We got Mo, Larry, and Curl. You got Phil, Hatokiness, Herman, and goddamn Bowser. All 3 of them. The 3 consoles are face down, ass up. They're clowns. All 3 of them got stuff going on. They need a roasting. We need a cleansing here at the Gaming Grindhouse. We need to cleanse the bull that they're spreading. All 3 of them. All right? So we're going to cook them all on Monday. We're cooking them all, and we're going to do it entertainment style. We're not going to be depressed. We're going to have fun, but they're getting cooked because I got the list for all 3 of them. But Microsoft has an extra list because I got to take care of them a couple of business because they're grinding my gears a little bit. So I got to rant about my experience. All right? Oh, dude, Ice Queen, please. He still thinks Gears exclusive, and then please. Easy Tone to 2. He already knows. He's prefacing. Sony FAO continues. That's right. Dude, like, please. I do not know what's going down. It is going to be a Monday night roast. So there's your preview, grinders. We're going to be roasting them. And again, I'm not against service games. We kind of talked about it with J-Dub at the stuff, and J-Dub, thinks they should keep pursuing it and stuff like that. Listen. I just think it's mixed messaging. It's mixed messaging here. What are you doing? Are you chasing this golden goose? Or are you sticking to what we're doing? And now you're going to get me going. I'm getting myself going on this stuff. Let me tell you. My thing is that when we saw Sony service, and this is because of Easy Tone. Easy Tone, I appreciate the super chat. I'm going to address it because you brought it up in a super chat. I won't let you know. My thing is that Sony initially was taking risks with the studios they were purchasing, right? So, like, we saw Haven, we saw Fire Sprite, Firewalk, Fire My Ass, that studio that was making Concord. We saw them, getting Bungie, and it's like, oh yeah, Sony's experimenting with the neighbor's goods. They're buying these little things. And now they're experimenting with service games with it. We never thought they would compromise their own internal studios, the ones that were supposedly cooking the traditional games that Sony came to be, the exclusive ones, the big ones. Then we find Studio Bend, is getting affected. Then we find out some other studios that are working on some of it, they were pivoting, and we heard the issue with the whole Naughty Dog going, oh, well, we got to cancel that multiplayer game and shift over here. And we find out they had their other studios working on it as well. Now that's a different story. Now you're taking time and games away. And now studios are slower to put out games because they're bigger. And you got them working on these multiplayer service-based horseshit. And what was going on here? You hit lightning in a bottle with Helldivers, and that's great. And I thought they were just experimenting with Haven and those guys. But then when you find out that there was more to it, and they were taking away from the traditional stuff, and we see it because there's less games, slower stuff coming out for us, because that's what we care about, the games. It's like, yo, now this live service decision is canceling games that we were supposed to get, or delaying games that were supposed to be made, but they were focusing on the service thing first, or half their studio was doing it, so that's slowing down the output. But for some reason, the output and announcing of what they're working on is slow. And that's adding a lot to the frustration. They went a whole year and a half saying we're not going to have a sequel to a big major game. So there's a preface into what we're going to talk about there, the service games. But I don't not like service games. It's just, do not do it. Force it, because that's exactly what Microsoft did with their studios. They said you were exclusive making Xbox hardware games, and now you're going to be PC everybody. And these studios' quality dropped because the studios didn't do that shit. They weren't made to make multi-platform games. And Microsoft just said overnight, you're making multi-platform games. You're making them on PC day one. Good to go. And you saw what happened. The quality suffered. And now Sony was like, hey, studios, you're making those excellent single-player games, the first-party games, the single-player narrative studios. Oh, my God, and all this. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you want to know what? Copy Fortnite. Get something together. Steal some assets. Oh, shit. Bungie, too. Talk about a piece of shit. Man, now you got me on preview, grinders. There's your Grindhouse preview. Because, man, let's steal some, let's take some ALOT form. Please. Don't force people. It's good to explore, but not at the mercy of affecting what you're known for. And that's what we've been finding out. And that's where the Sony FAO comes from. And that's the problem with that. And I think a lot of it had to do exactly what C Fresh says, like, what Microsoft was doing and the pressure of Call of Duty and and all the service stuff that they were pushing. And the stockholders, they want that recurring revenue. They want that stuff, and that's making them change what they do. And these games come out longer. So, we'll find out. But we just heard a lot of like their other studios. And that was the thing for me for the service games. Like, I just don't want it to take away from what we get. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing, though, that has been the kind of saving grace for them, in the sense that, that Astrobot really was a big hit for them. And then even last year with Helldivers, like, they got solid things. And now this year, and even Stellar Blade last year. And now this year, they made some good partnerships there. And now you look here, they got Death Stranding 2, they got Yotai. And, I still think, and I know all of us agree, they need a friggin' show. You need something. You need to rally the troops and show the goods. You could show your indie stuff. You could show a dude walking like he got shit in his pants games. You could show that stuff, but you better offset that with the recipe of what you're cooking. Like, there needs to be a rallying going on, and I think they've been playing it real safe. And you know why? No competition, because Bozo over in the green is doing their thing, and they're actually filling up Sony's calendar with all their stuff. So it's sort of like we're at this strange place. And Nintendo, who used to do their own thing, is literally taking it crazy. They are doing their own thing, but they are like drunk and need to come home. But the problem is nobody's putting pressure on Sony. There's no pressure on PlayStation. You know, nobody's breathing down their neck. Nobody's coming in. Nobody's risking their install base. So they're like, oh, let's mess around. Let's FAFO. And then, hey, man, we will find out. These games, and I have, there's no doubt there's no quality in Ghost of Yotai, like, definitely. But I think the urgency, the excitement that we get, and E3 got taken away from us too, and they all left out of E3, and now we got this Jeff Keighley hosted show that's filled with ads and razor blade shaving cream ads, and you know, and Jeff Keighley loves himself and loves Kojima's show. Like, it really is a weird place. The excitement and just surprise. And the bullshit that's on the internet too. The excitement and the surprise is all the. Then you got the leakers fighting over the leakers, man. It is a shit show. That's why you come here to the Gaming Grindhouse, because we try to sort it out, make fun of it, and gamer entertainment. So Grinders, hit that like button. There's a little bit of the early rants of what you're gonna get for the Monday night roast, where we roast all three of them. Each one's gonna have a section. But this is my personal rant from stuff that is going on here. And exactly, and I think a lot of people agree, Easy Tone. Like, a lot of people are like, they just don't want to see, and you know, Microsoft, Xbox fans, or whoever, Microsoft fan, I don't know what the hell they are anymore, because you can't even say Xbox fans. But the thing is that they, over there, are like, they are so just desperate for a W, that any little inkling, they're all gonna go to their glazed Discord room, because we know what they do. We know they got the glazed. Like, wait a second, Sony said MAUs. Hold on.
The Xbox glaze and the glazed Xbox Discord to spread PlayStation fun.
There they are. It's like, wait a second, just like us. Just like us. Just like us, they said. So they're enhancing the fear. You know? They are trying to be, oh, look, there it is. Sony's doing the same thing. Listen. As much as they want to compare, it's not the same. Because Xbox did not announce their console sales and used MAUs instead for all those years. Sony's showing it all. They're showing how much they're selling. They're showing what their engagement is. They're showing what their focus may be. But they're not disclosing what consoles they're selling. And they're on track for their previous generation. So Microsoft used MAUs in lieu and did not share their console sale numbers because we knew they were low. And also their MAUs are inflated because it's a bunch of people playing Candy Crush on phones. Sony don't have that bullshit. It's either you're on the PC playing one of their games or you're a PlayStation owner. That's it. There's no dude playing on a MetaQuest. They're counting it as an MAU. Microsoft just used it to blow up their numbers. So whatever it is, we'll roast their ass also on Monday. There, Stephen Leone, what's up? Member of the Gaming Grindhouse, a VIP, there he is. Sony is damned if they do, damned if they don't. I was here a lot of the complaining and bitching, moaning that Sony did not have any multiplayers. Exactly, Steven. But when they do, we shit on them. Can't please people. Dude, they can't. You know what's funny, Steven, is that last year, when Helldivers came out, and it was like, yo, Sony got this multiplayer down. First go at it. You know? It was all praise. And then they had the Concord situation, which, again, the gameplay was not bad. It was the marketing rollout, and people would just wanted to shit on it. And you're right. And that's it. And it didn't have the player count, and they just pulled it and erased it. Ice Queen member 22 months says Xbox Ninjas. That's right. There they are. That's what we're here for. We're not allowed behind the frosted glass. Yeah, they're not allowed behind frosted glass. Xbox Ninjas, go home. But that's the thing. Helldivers was original. Helldivers was interesting. It was new. Do something different. And what's crazy is that Gordon Jim Ramsay Ryan, before he went to go eat chocolate pudding, said hey, we're not going to have just shooters. Like, we're going to have like different types of games. And it's like, okay, well, fair games, Concord. Like, it seems a marathon. It's like, oh shit, wait a second, shooter. Sounds like you got shooters cooking. Maybe something different. But Helldivers going strong. They just added content to Helldivers too, man. New enemy. And I love the way they did the battle pass. So we'll see what happens. And I don't know what's going on Fair Games. I think it's gone. I think it's been done. But it is what it is, man. Like, it is what it is. They're going to experiment with multiplayer games because they can. And you know what? To some of what J-Dub was saying, they can't just sit there and be a floating bullseye. Like, you can't just sit there and go, well, you just, like, they got to adapt a little bit, but take the good and hone in on that. Don't try to just copycat shit. Like, that's the thing. Yo, Ron M with the 5 VIPs, hitting them up on a Friday. Kyle, Evan, Shadow Gamer, Freddy, Sky Jen, what's up? Got the VIPs. Use those emojis.
Welcome to all
Xbox, no. Build this. Well,
shout out to you guys. Thank you so much, Ron. Yeah. Well, hit the like button, man. Over 100 people in here. An impromptu Friday show. But we're going to get to the topic. But there's just a little bit of the ranting. Holy Jesus. I didn't even get into the thing. Steven Leon with the VIPs. He wanted that music. Encore. Encore.
The buried treasure is gemstones of juicy glaze.
Baltimore's VIP. Jason Doust. Raji. Kevin Mack. VCT Bone. Robert Lawrence. V-Lum. Andy. And bruh from the 5th floor.
The buried treasure is gemstones of juicy glazed blackberries.
Thank you so much, Steve Leon. Appreciate it. He wanted an encore. Oh, man, we got the encore. Crank those tunes up. That's right, Buck Roger. Buck Roger's always in the comments. And Grinders, by the way, I appreciate all the comments on all the videos. I read them all. And, hey, I respond. So, yeah, if you listen to this, comment below. And we'll chat in the comments. Buck Rogers is one of those. Hey, what's up, Buck Roger? How you doing, man? Crank those tunes again, he said. Crank them up. So, yeah, so we're going to get into this. So that was a little bit of just some thoughts, initial thoughts. We'll rest on them. We'll give everybody the good roasting, the entertaining show on Monday. And we'll talk about, well, who the hell knows what happens there? The layoffs. Oh, my God, there's so much crap going on. But it's just, the thing with Sony is there's the PlayStation. There's a lot of like extra, like I feel again, if there was no Death Stranding 2, if we were sitting here with no idea what Yotai and more of like uncertainty and stuff, and they were just having a whole year of just no output, nothing going on, canceling stuff, like there's balance there somewhat, dude. There's already balance there. It's just this live service thing is something that is now, because of Concord, and I said this before, because of Concord, Sony unfortunately has an uphill battle to fight with this because everybody will throw that in their face. It will. You're as good as your last service game, and unfortunately, it wasn't Helldivers 2. People are going to forget greatly, and they're going to purposely forget and just go, oh, Concord, biggest disaster of all service games. Meanwhile, these service games get shut and closed left and right. I still believe that they should do a Ghost of Tsushima type of rollout if they want to include multiplayer.
Number one customer.
Make the great game and take the concepts of that single player game and turn it into something multiplayer. And then I don't understand why. Oh, they can't make money. Why? Why can't they make money? They could do that. They could add a pass to it. They could do cosmetics. And now the game lasts longer. And then guess what? 7, 6, a year from then, you split off the multiplayer. If it becomes a success, you take that Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer and you go, you know what? it's going to be its own thing, and we're going to sell it for $20, $30. But basically, you got your beta, your trial run, your interest maker, and people bought your game. You spend $70, you buy the game, multiplayer included, and if that multiplayer hits, then you separate it out and sell it later on down the line. It's just a multiplayer, guys. Like, what's wrong with that model? I don't understand it. Why does it have to be this day one? Everybody has to be there, pay $40, and then we see if people like it or not. We beta it. We have people give us feedback. Please, just do a free multiplayer attack. Like, just play the game and then do a multiplayer add-on. Doesn't have to be at launch. You could add it on later, and then later on remove it and sell it as a separate thing. Like, dude, this is like where like, how the hell has my ass come up with more crazy, better models than this? I don't understand it. It's probably because how's that cost more money? Rather than somebody taking all this time making a service game, and like I always said, the problem, you could still monetize it. Exactly, Ace. That's what I mean. You still can monetize it. Look what Data with the 10. He goes, Jez, you know already how I feel. It's not that Sony's pushing for live service games. It's the games they're trying to make. I still say The Purge. Yo, look what we're going in. We're going to start a corporation. We're going to make the game. The Purge, the Grindhouse Purge. I'm going to make that game. He says, I still say The Purge, if done right, will be a banger. Dude, it would be. You didn't get me on my Purge thing again. The Grindhouse Purge. Yo. I'm telling you. How do we come up with these things that are like instant, like, oh my God, you could just go in a room and just do it. Like, right, like you could just make it happen. And they're sitting there going, oh, you know what? They want to play as like a fat awkward, a fat dude wearing armor running around in space. They will like that. And that's the thing that always grinds my gears, is when these executives, when these companies treat us gamers like we're like numbskulls. Oh man, just give them a blue gun with some green lights on it and a bong, and they'll be downloading that in no time. Like, shut up. That's why I boot up Call of Duty. They got the bong guns and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What are they trying to do? It's like, are we that remedial? Like, oh my God, drugs, let me buy it. Like, what the hell? That's right, Grindhouse Games. I think that game's taking easy tone, though. Grindhouse Games is taking. I gotta go something else. Do something else. But exactly, we come up with these crazy ideas. Or just like we were talking about with the multiplayer. Like, really? If that's the case, like, you just did it with Ghost of Tsushima. You did it even with Last of Us. No, I'm sorry, you did it with Uncharted multiplayer, Uncharted 4 multiplayer. The whole passes and battle. What's this whole like? And I've said this, and I said that's right. Look at Data. We'll get you on. We'll talk about it. So look, it says I need a link to the Grindhouse show on Monday. Look, we'll have a whole. We're gonna have a movie, a game concept. But the thing is that there's like, you have these multiplayer games, right? You have these multiplayer games, and it's just like, if you don't have the audience, it's done. You know what's? I'm going to give you an example. Now we'll do this too. Let me give you an example. Black Nut Productions. Oh shit, Easy Tone got our name. Listen, I booted up. This is funny, right? Speaking of service games, I booted up. Get ready, grinders. Drum roll. I know you're going to freak out when I tell you what I booted up, and I encourage you to do this too. I booted up Destruction All Stars.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I know Stephen A. I know Stephen A. I booted up Destruction All Stars. Right? I booted up Destruction All Stars, and I clicked on Get Me in a Game. I'll get you, Liquid. We'll get you. I'll get you on Monday. Just hit me up in the Discord or whatever like that. So yeah, that's right. Easy Tone's like, oh no. I booted up Destruction All Stars, right? I clicked on find the game. Just single game. Just single, right? I sat there just as an experiment, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, trying to find 5. It just kept going. Game dead. That's and if you paid for that, which we didn't, we got it for free. We got it included in our thing. We're not, maybe not for free, but in our thing, in the subscription. But all the people that got subscriptions, we got that. And just watch. The dev's parents aren't even playing. But that's what I mean. It's dead. You can't play. I don't even know if there's a bot mode. There may be a bot mode, but it is done. And that's what I mean with these multiplayer games. If they don't have an audience to sustain it, it dies, whether you like it or not. And that's the one thing that single player narrative games like Expedition 33, all the games we play, the story ones, the story never dies. If that game's in your backlog, you could boot it up and experience it as if you bought it on day one. There is a bot mode. Well, that'll probably be boring. But you got bots. And that's it. There's only a bot mode, and there you go, and there you go. And that's it. But there was nobody online. This was at night. I clicked on it just to see. But that's the problem with multiplayer games. If there is nobody playing, there is no game. You could love it. You could say, this is my favorite. You could be dominant. You could be like, I have all these skins. I got all these characters I invested in. I'm a level 150. I rock this game. I kick ass. But if there's nobody to play with, it's a nothing. All your skins mean nothing. All the money you invested in the service, nothing. And then it makes it even worse is that if they go, guys, it's not working for us either. Goodbye. Toodaloo. Thank you. We're shutting it down. And that's the problem. Just like all those people that bought skins in multiverses. All those people that said, I'm going to buy the Bugs Bunny with the goddamn rubber hat. Well, you can wipe your ass with that rubber hat because the whole game is dead. So just because you wanted to run around with Bugs Bunny with a goddamn cape on, because you spent another $5 to put a cape on his ass. Well, hope you enjoyed running around those little times with the cape on his ass because it's done. Because we said it's over. Service shut down. We're gone. Thank you. It's a rental in itself because you never know when they're going to shut it down. Friday the 13th. Oh, I bought all the characters from the 1980 version. I'm running around as fucking the original guy. We're done. Thank you. We can't afford the service. Even though there's people playing, I'm sorry, guys. It's been fun. But what about all the stuff that I bought? I just spent $20 on original skins. Good job. You don't get your money back. Thanks. Enjoy. And go through that a couple of times. And tell me now how you feel about investing in service games. You don't even know if it's going to last. For them, even if you love the game, somebody else determines if you could play it and if you enjoy it. That's why these only multiplayer games are like fly-by-nighters. And what's most of the time happens is that they experience them and then they run back to their original game. Oh, well, that was nice. I'm going to go right back to what I'm doing now. Because Fortnite is a given. It's not going anywhere. Rocket League, given. Warzone, maybe given. These are like, yeah, I go back to my true love, my one and only. You guys are an experiment. I don't know if you're going to be around in a month. So I'm not investing any skins or battle passes. Or I'm going to do it and I don't care. I love the game. So like there's this whole weird ass shit going on with these games. And then on $40 on top of it, some of them, what happens? What's up, the weeb? You know, what happens to them? But anyway, that's why I say, like, the other model of attaching it to a campaign, at least the value is there where you could play the campaign, and if you want to play the multiplayer, you could play it. And then if the multiplayer turns into something, they could easily spin it off. But there are other ways than chasing a copycat industry. And they're going to FAFO. They'll find out. But what sucks is as they're finding out, there can be situations where we're not getting the games that we would have been slated to get. But who knows? And everybody's screaming from the rooftops, right? Think about it. You're right, Liquidate. Like what? You got SOCOM, a SOCOM game, hell, a MotorStorm online. Like, where's the new? We had so many great games, and I know when I go through like my old school games that I have, and like my like the retro games and stuff, it's like, yo, what? Where is everybody? What are they doing? What are we working on? Because when you come up with these ideas, you're like, that's what you thought about? That's why you've been quiet? You thought that was a good idea? This whole bunch of deals. You're remastering what? Go remaster MotorStorm. You go remaster SOCOM. Bring back MAG or some shit. I don't know. Do something. There is no SOCOM. Hell, I even have another idea. Liquidate, I got another one. I said a multiplayer espionage. Ubisoft. I've said this. Ubisoft, never go full Ubisoft. Friggin' Ubisoft. Spies versus mercs. You're welcome, you bitch. There you go.
My God. I am never going to financially recover from this.
Liquidator says, I make SOCOM like Helldivers. Hell yeah. I'll get it to you. I got you. Danelle Brown, shout out to member 26 months. He goes, more fake news from the bootleg. Oh, shit. Danelle, I might have to call you True Virgil. Are you True Virgil remastered, Danelle? I hope not. I hope not. I hope Danelle Brown's not. I only seen those words from True Virgil. I hope you're not remastered.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Oh, man. Ron M., member of 30 months. He goes, PlayStation has a broad user base. As someone who's older, most of the PlayStation's moves as far as third party is concerning. Microsoft has a lot of competition with games like Stellar Blade and Expedition. Yeah, I know. They do have a broad audience. And again, we're kind of in the thing. Whereas, and again, we said with J-Dub and Steven, we said on Monday, like, we're kind of reading the news, reading all the stuff. We know the ins and outs and all the other things. But it really is the output. And, PlayStation, see, the thing is, though, it's like, I do feel like that the identity definitely was diluted by putting their games on PC. I don't know if that's really working out for them. Is it bringing people towards their platform or what they're doing? And we're going to talk about now the main thing about what's going on with this vision of like, what could you launch now a PlayStation game on an Xbox app? Like, is that how did we come full circle here, Sony? You don't even want to mention their name, but there's a potential now that Microsoft could just launch your game and your IP will show up under an Xbox logo or an app storefront because you've put your stuff on PC. Are you willing to let your IP just be kind of associated like that? I don't know. But the moves that Microsoft is making seems to be that they can do such a thing. They don't care. They're putting their stuff on PlayStation stores. They're actually make those games. But the ways Microsoft is rolling, there may be Sony games in a launcher, which, I don't know if they're okay with it. Who the hell knows? But if that was my brand and my bread and butter, I don't know. the thing is my personal thing going on here, and we'll talk more about the service games when we start cooking them on Monday. But I just wanted to address. Thank you so much, Saz. Bring back Killzone. That's right, Killzone. Like come on. There's so many things that they could bring back, dude. PlayStation All Stars. How the hell is Mario, like Super Mario Brawl All Stars? You got PlayStation All Stars with all this IP and all this other stuff. You can't come up with a fighting game multiplayer. Like, come on, Mike. What's going on here? But we're jerking around with Marathon. Like, are these companies really going like, what do you want to make today? You know, and they're like really listening to them, or they go, bitch, go make this. I don't know. Space Marine was freaking incredible. I love Space Marine. And I think maybe too, games like Space Marine, like Expedition 33, like some of these games that are catching surprise, Kingdom Come 2, these kind of games that people are gravitating to will show these other companies who are considering making games going, yo, people may want something a little different than just the run-of-the-mill open world bullshit. They need something new, something more engaging, something more advanced, something unique, something deep, something emotional. People want more, but these companies want to give us less. And like Satya says, less is more. Well, that's his goddamn poor ass. Speaking about being poor, this flex, I was eating my bowl of frosted mini wheats, and I saw this. Ubisoft. Oh shit, Ubisoft's still around? That's right, Ubisoft's still around. Ubisoft. For the first time ever, I'm like, uh-oh, what's happening? The first time ever. 16 of our games, I'm like, uh-oh, what's next? 16 of our games. Oh my, from new releases like Assassin's Creed Shadows, I'm like, oh my goodness, Ubisoft, and there's an Xbox here. What's happening? To classics like Watch Dogs 2, and I'm like, oh my God, what are they doing? What happened? Is Microsoft own them? What's going on? What happened? Did they buy them? Acquisition season? Are available to buy on the Xbox app on Windows PC. What?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
What? Our games are available to buy on the Xbox app on Windows PC. There's a lot of on. Sounds like a lot of minutia. Well, what does this mean? What does this mean? Xbox PC. You know, the future of Xbox, because that's why we're talking about it, because this is what it is. This is what it is right here. Xbox PC. Yeah, they'll have a console in the background at $700 that nobody wants. But this is their future. So I'm like, wait a second, let's click on it, what it is. Wow, look. Oh, look, with the same great prices. Now Ubisoft games are available in the store. 16 of them. My God, knowing how many games that Ubisoft used to make. Look at the 16 games. Oh my goodness. Riders Republic. Anybody playing that game still? Talking about the Destruction All-Stars. That was supposed to be that downhill extreme game. Oh man, that was a fail. And look at this. Look how many are in Game Pass already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this was in Game Pass. 12 of the 16 are in Game Pass. Oh, shit. So you don't even have to buy them. Yeah, they didn't put Raymans. No, full price. So I'm like, why is this anything? So here's the news. We get all these friggin' ads. Ubisoft adds 16 games to the Xbox store No achievements. No PC achievements. No achievements at all. Assassin's Creed Shadows, 15 other Ubisoft games have been added to the Xbox store, but they don't include any Xbox achievements. While it's great to see Ubisoft has added 16 PC games to the store, it comes at a pretty big caveat. There aren't any achievements to collect from these PC versions, as they need to be played via the Ubisoft Connect app.
Gaming.
What are we doing here? This is the future. What kind of facade is this? Why is this something? Bullet points, bitch. Ubisoft has added 16 games to the store, Xbox store on PC. The titles don't support Xbox Play Anywhere or achievements, and they require the PC app of the Ubi Connect, which updates every single time you launch this piece of shit, to play them. And 14 of them are all via Game Pass. They don't support any Xbox. This is Xbox PC? What is the purpose of buying it through the Xbox store? Why would I buy it, Shadows, here for $70 when I could just boot up the Ubisoft Connect app anyway and pay $70 there? Or buy it on Steam and still have to boot up the Ubisoft Connect app and play it there. Why would I even buy it here? I saw some dopey saying, well, I could use my Xbox rewards points. No. Like, why would you buy them in the Why is this even an announcement? Who cares? You still need the craziest thing is that you still need the you still need the Ubisoft PC launcher. You still need the launcher. So you have to open up this piece of trash. I gotta come here. Who's your daddy? Phil Spencer. Who's your daddy?
Xbox, no.
Phil's favorite game. Who's your daddy? It's right here. So you gotta come in here, go to Ubisoft games.
Customer.
I gotta click on an Ubisoft game that I bought from Xbox app, and then it's gonna open up the Ubisoft launcher that I gotta log into, and then I can play the game. And it has nothing to do with Xbox. No achievements, no play anywhere. So even if I bought the game on Xbox, I come to this store and where is it? Where is it? Is it even in this Xbox store? Wait a second. Where's Assassin's Creed? Why is it not in here? Is it not in this store? There's Odyssey, Valhalla, Shadows. So you're telling me I could buy this here, and if you own it on Xbox console, you paid $70 on console. Even though it's in the Xbox app, you don't have Play Anywhere. So that means you have to buy it again, and then you got to go get the Ubisoft Connect, download it, and boot it up from there. This is what Xbox PC is. Is this what it is? Because there's nothing to this. You are like I said exactly what this was, like Play Night. They are exactly the same thing as Play Night. They're just a front launcher. Now, what I think this whole thing is for Microsoft is that they could sell ads. They could try to convert Game Pass players to buy and to stay within this Xbox app. And I think that's what their play is that, hey, you could buy it from here, although you're going to need other storefronts to launch it, but you could buy it here. We'll probably get a cut of it. which I don't know why Ubisoft's selling that. They'd rather sell from their own store. We get a cut of it, and you could easily, by playing Game Pass and stuff like that, we could recommend the game and you could buy it. So I think it's more for ad purposes. It's so they could sell ads. But the thing is that there is no Xbox feature set at all. It is just a storefront. And what I think is interesting is that actually now, with the ability to buy games from the Xbox store, like, and their big push now for Xbox PC, Steam is definitely going to be like, yo, okay, well, now I see what you're doing now. It's no longer the Xbox app for Game Pass. You are now taking games that are not in Game Pass, and you want to sell those as well in here. So that will be like, oh, they could spend $70 on Steam and get it, or they spend $70 on Xbox app and get it. So the war between Steam and Xbox, it's over already, but I guess it started. Who the hell knows? But Steam OS is going to be cooking soon. And Microsoft has an uphill battle because they don't really have a gaming OS. And this thing is so slow to evolve at all. Like, this is not even an interface. You can't even do PC settings from here. There's no things. You go look at Steam, and you go look at Steam Big Picture and all the stuff that you can do. Like, listen, what are they going to do? They're going to put it in Windows updates? Like, if they really want to compete, right? Look at this. If they really do, we'll just do... I'll just do this. Steam Big Picture, right? All controlled with a controller. But you got your friends, your recommendations, you got your games that you could launch from. Things like this. You could go into the game. You could even stream it from another computer to the Steam Big Picture. Then you could use here controller, and look at this. There are all... Hold on. Oh, I don't have a control set up, but they're all control profiles that you could download, whether they made them or other people made them, and share them with the community. Then you could go into settings and you can manage all the settings. You could go into properties and you could decide how you... Look at all this control that you have. How it launches, what resolution, what are the things you wanted to do. Like, this is a whole operating system in itself. You can move it to favorites, and this is in big picture mode. Steam itself is a community driven thing. Like, you have recommended, you could have friends, you could have mods, all this stuff. And you can control all these things. And then you come back and it's like, this is what Steam OS is going to be. You know, this is what it's going to be. I am showing you right now what it is. Wait, let me see if I could find... I wanted to see where the settings were. Hold on. There is definitely... Oh, here on the options. Oh, no. It's on the... Here we go. And then here, look. So then you even have an overlay. You know, you come here, you look at an overlay. You come here, you go to settings. Look at this. You have all system settings, system updates, your display resolutions, your audio. You don't even need to go into Windows settings at all. Look at the controller. All the different things. Steam-enabled controls, stuff like that. Keyboard, customization, your startup movie. It's a whole world in here. Cloud saves, your family control, remote play, your storage control, friends and chat. Like, it is all here. This basically is a one-stop shop for gaming. Why people love Steam, why people want everything to go to Steam, it's so it integrates in this world. This is what they're competing with. This is what they're trying to compete with. And when you look at it, and look at this, you can even shut down the PC. You could shut down the whole thing. Exit Big Picture. Exit Steam. You could shut down the whole PC from here, all from your controller. And they're still working on it. Mr. I Think is trying to work on it still. So this is where they're late. Like, look at what you can do, Phil. What can I do, Phil? My rewards inside a program. Compact mode. Okay, Phil. Like, thanks. Okay, well, like, what settings do I have? I can control Windows or anything, or no, you could look at their incredible wait, hold on, where's their they just added the ability, I think over a year ago, that you can install to other programs, to other you can install to other drives, because it would keep installing to your base home drive. Like, you couldn't do an external drive. Like, it was crazy. They added this. Like, look at it. Here's your audio settings. Look. Whoa, what audio settings, Phil? Can I launch by resolution? You can't do anything. This is not a world. This is not even a good front end. But this is Xbox PC. This is what you own, the operating system. You can't even control this with you couldn't even control this effectively with a controller. Look at this. Even with the look at the this is it. You can't look at this. You can't. I did this before. You can't even do this stuff. So they're all late. The 3 L's. Lazy. There's your lazy. Compact mode. Late. I just showed you Steam Big Picture and Steam OS, basically based off of that. And lame. This is lame. You could buy games from there, but you still got to use the launcher of Ubisoft. So, what is this Xbox vision? What is it? They need this thing to boot up and be 150% better than Steam OS. This needs to take over Windows. You need to control everything: your display, your resolution, your controller settings, your chat, your chat, your account. Not when you click on Phil's face, it takes you to a website, and now I got to go and get the keyboard and mouse and fix my account. You need to adjust it all just like you do on the console. Steam lets you do it. So what are you doing? Because what is worse, Grinders, is what they're trying to do is try to sell an old pig in new clothing. But the problem is that this pig is going to have to face the dominant force of what's already available. Epic Store at least gives away free games you don't even need to pay a subscription for. Their interface sucks. But what the purpose of buying a game in here so that you still don't take any advantage of Play Anywhere? So everybody who's on console who bought Assassin's Creed has to buy it again. So there's no benefit there. And achievements are not supported because the game doesn't even launch from Xbox. It launches from Ubisoft Connect, which does not have achievements. So what the hell is this future of this Xbox PC? This Steam, integrating Steam, like what you want, like you still, what's crazy is like, oh, put your Steam library in the Xbox app. Why? You still need to launch it from Steam. Why don't I just launch it from Steam? And I think their thinking is a way of just trying to feed you more ads, trying to get a piece of the pie. And it's lame as hell because, again, just like everything else, it is a facade. It is fake. It is just a front end. It's a storefront. When you go in behind it, it's fake. There's nothing there. And this is what they've been thinking about and working on. And I think it's going to come to full fruition in June Showcase. I think June is when they're going to kind of start showing this app, and probably when it goes for the ROG. And this handheld PC market, it's a shit show. So if they're trying to make this app and they think that handheld PCs is going to carry them, it's not. Because it's a crap show on handheld PCs. Get a Steam Deck. or buy a Portal. Which, by the way, I'm going to show on Monday. I got a cool, awesome case for the Portal. I got to show it to you. But these PCs, these handheld PCs, these ROGs, these Legions, this new Asus ROG, let me tell you something. They're glorified. All right, see you, Ryan. He's playing an Expedition. I know, that's been calling me, man. I'm on that friggin' Lantern guy. I didn't realize he had a anyway, you drive me crazy. I gotta play him on a big screen. I can't play him on the Portal. Can't fight him on that thing. But the thing is with these handhelds, is that you spend $700, $800, $900 for a PC that the first thing you need to do when you boot up a game is lower everything. Put everything at low settings, frame gen, DLSS, free, any kind of, not DLSS, but free, or whatever the hell it is, the RDN, whatever the hell it is, frame gens and all these bullshit resolution enhances, and lower everything. Lower the resolution to 900p, and you spend $900. And that's what irked me, is that I'm like, why am I spending close to $1,000 for something that immediately when I play something on it, I gotta, especially like Assassin's Creed or something, I gotta drop the resolution, drop everything, and it becomes this friggin' waste of time of me trying to, can I put medium on? Can I do this? Can I get away with some enhanced textures? And you spend so much time while your battery is draining, and then you got to decide whether, do I want, do I want it in 30 and 25 watt TDP, and then my battery is going to go faster? Do I want to try to get performance mode? Now, don't get me wrong. It's cool when it works and you got the stuff. But for Microsoft, they're not doing anything to make it better at all. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Corey Massey, for the tip. I didn't know it. I didn't even think about shooting those things. I thought I was just going to deflect them. And then great. And Buck, and that's the thing. Handheld PC, if you want to do emulators, if you want to play like some Rocket League, some like AA games, dude, it's awesome. Battery life is great. The ROG Ally X is wonderful. Even the Legion Go. Those are my two favorites. But if you're like, yo, I'm going to play Assassin's Creed on here. And the thing that broke me was why I tried to play Doom on my ROG Ally. Dude, my ROG Ally X, I booted up Doom. Now, I'm not going to blame Asus as much. Well, maybe I will. But my rant about this. There you go. Put Bazite on it. That's right, Market. That's right. Put Steam on it. That's right. That's the thing. Steam saves the day. And the Steam Deck. Running at lower TDP to give you better battery life. But the thing is that when you put this stuff on, when I was playing Doom, they didn't update the drivers yet for the graphics, and it was crashing like crazy. And I'm just like, early access for Doom, the drivers are not ready. Asus had to pump them out. Nvidia had their drivers ready, so Nvidia is always good with their drivers. But like, it was horrible. I got the game early, and I couldn't play it on that device. So I was done. I'm like, I'm going to use PC for gaming and the Portal for on the go. And I know the Portal has its limits as well. You know, you don't have Wi-Fi, that thing, you might as well just throw it out the window because there's no Wi-Fi. But when you do, that thing cooks. And it's pretty good. And in my whole library, a lot of my library is on PlayStation as well. So, but that has its limitations as well. But Microsoft is doing nothing to enhance this and make it better. They're not coming out with new hardware. They're not coming out with new ways to try to get rid of the mishaps and confusion of Windows. They got a lot of work to do. And fixing this app, that's a job in itself. But just fixing gaming on PC from their perspective, and they've been focusing it for so long, but the needle has not moved. Oh, look, we added a compact mode. Whew. I'm going on vacation. Yo. This thing needs to be fixed. And Doom has been a friggin' disaster. Doom is their game. How does it not work on your operating system? How is it a mess? Dude, HDR is broken on it. I have an HDR display and it says, your display doesn't support HDR. Doom is a bug fest. It is a mess. It has the Game Pass kiss of quality. I'm sorry. It has the Game Pass kiss of quality. I'm playing it, and first off, they took away the glory kills. Now you just do a kick or a punch. It's slower. That verticality is gone. It does have its moments, but so far the game is bleh. And you know what? I jack it up to Ultimate Nightmare. I got a 5080. You know what? It don't look mine. Doom 3 blew me out of the seats when that got on PC. This game, I put it up Doom Eternal. I'm like, Ultra Nightmare, whatever the hell it is. I thought my screen was gonna come off. I'm gonna be in it. The demons will be around me. I don't think it looks okay. And it's very dark. HDR don't work. But yet again, it's the lowest rated. Like, it's not even a rated Doom. Like, I don't know, man. And I feel like, and again, I didn't get to all the upgrades. I hope you could do more with the grinding shield. I hope it's not just a stun move. I hope you could like slice and dice people with them. Like, I want to use it as like a ultimate, like a Gears chainsaw. You know what, Grant is? Wait, yeah, I don't have the setup. I'll tell you what it is, T. I'll show it on Monday because I don't have my camera set up to show it. I'm going to show it on Monday. But I'll tell you, I got it off of Amazon, and I liked it because I had it for the ROG, and I like this type of case. It's like a yeah, I'll tell you what it is. It is called the, here it is. It's the J-Torn full protective case. Yeah, I can show it to you on the screen here. But yeah, I got this one. What is it? J-Torn? Joy-Torn. I'm sorry, not J-Torn. Joy-Torn full protective case. Just to kind of show you what I got. Yeah, it was like $20 too. Hold on, I gotta fix the screen. Now my stuff's all messed up. Holy crap! Hold on, the touchscreen not working. Why is my screen not working? It's Friday. Hit that like button, grinders. Let me see. Hold on, I'll fix it. Fix this live here. There we go. I think. Wait, I'll move this here. And then I just gotta fix my screen here to show it. Let me see. Yeah, it's not working. Hold on. I got it. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. I got it. Yeah, this is the case that I got. This one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like you basically this covers over it. It even has a little kickstand on it too, and all the ports. and it covers it. But let me tell you something. These grips on the side, these grips, they're almost like sandpaper. Like they have like a almost like an exfoliation to it. Like they're pretty cool. Like they're not they're plastic, but they have this like cool like sandpaper type feel to it. Like it's really grippy. And it really gives a cool effect. It even has a rotatable kickstand. And what's great is that you just put that cover on it and you're good. Like you just take it to go, and it protects the whole screen around it. And anti-scratch, water resistant, and you can just drop it. It's like a tank. Yeah, and it was like $20. Yeah, it was a 21. They have it in white and black. In black, it looks so cool. Uh-oh, Josh just tagged me in some breaking news, man. This turned into I gotta hold on. Josh just tagged. What's my brother? Uh-oh. Oh, is it what everybody? Hold on, let me see. What is this? Josh says, all right, let's do. Josh got us in the thing. Let me read last super chats here. Hold on. Donnell Brown, he goes, PlayStation is run by the shareholders. They're the ones that want live service games. They're not bringing back old IPs, and no one played and no one cared about when they were out. I dislike New Yorkers. Oh shit, Donnell Brown. Donnell Brown, we're enemies tonight. Go Knicks. You're getting eliminated, Donnell Brown. You heard that?
Xbox no, Phil Des. Well,
Indie's the best Xbox exclusive.
Oh shit, not that button. You're going down tonight, Donnell Brown. But I appreciate the super chat. You're right. You know, the shareholders are driving a lot of this shit. That's why the ignorance is there. And they're going to find out. When their money dries up, they're going to be, what happened? So let's go with what Josh said. Josh tagged us in something news. Go Knicks, that's right. Dude, they got me pissed tonight. Kick them out. Let's go Knicks. Let's see. What? There you go. Just when we're talking about service games. Thank you, Josh. Breaking Activision is ending support of Call of Duty Mobile. There will be no new content. No updates on the game. Effective immediately. All in-game purchases are disabled.
My God. I am never going to financially recover from this.
The server will remain online for anyone who still downloaded it. We appreciate the dedication and passion of the new Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Going forward, we're streamlining the scope. Oh shit! Booty got him! Booty got him!
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about
Booty scope their ass! He's scoping them!
Yeah, that's always been a hit on the company.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like I think we've gone through
Not
times
to
where
throw
we've
mud on you, but now you have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is fair.
Booty scoping them. Oh man, this decision was made after yo. What a week! What a week! Oh, Easy Tone never got the strap on for Call of Duty. That's all right. Save it on strap on. He goes, this decision was made after careful consideration of various factors. We're proud of the accomplishments of bringing Call of Duty Warzone. Man, the Axeman, Phil Ness Spencer, to mobile in an authentic way. It's unfortunate that we have not met. It's unfortunately that has not met our expectations with the mobile first players like it has with PC and console audiences. As a result, we will no longer be delivering new seasonal content. Effective immediately, players will no longer be able to purchase. Effective immediately, dude. Players who have the game installed prior to May 19th will still have access to the game. And with cross progression, existing content, and servers with matchmaking for online play. Any unspent Call of Duties can be redeemed in-game towards content in the store. That's it. It's done. They haven't got the expectations of the mobile first players. I thought Phil wanted Activision for the mobile. That's what he needed, right? Why would you stop on mobile? It's only one game, Ryan says. Oh, but isn't that what he wanted? It was the mobile. Activision for the mobile. Yo, man. Yo. What is crazy? Yeah, exactly. All this is about mobile opportunities. We have no presence in mobile. They shut down Call of Duty Warzone. Oh, shit, mobile. Oh, shit. No, Ryan, no, mobile's not the only mobile thing is Candy Crush. That's the only thing. Candy Crush, King. Phil sees Candy Crush is the future. What happened to the whole Xbox mobile app? Well, I guess there's going to be no mobile games. Jeez, man, I tell you. Talk about a glazing. That ABK 2-year extravaganza with all the hoopla and all that stuff, man. The whole friggin' let us compete. We're 4th or 5th. Dude. They had dudes cover the Dusty Bin was like Judge Judy. He was watching the courtroom documents like a court stenographer. He was like, Phil said this, and they said this, and they said this, and she said that today, and then he took the stand, and then here comes the cross-examination. Here we go. What are they gonna say next? Dusty Bin had a whole goddamn Judge Judy segment. And all these clowns followed this courtroom case and like, oh, I'm going to look into those FTC investigating files. They're reviewing 30 pages of legal documents and they're like, oh, I got them redacted. Oh, they're not redacted. Oh, I'm going to share these out. Oh, hose law, get in here. Hose law. I got the hose here. Trade. Hose law, get in here. Hose law, what do you say? It's going to go through. It's going to go through. Flirting, you fucking little fake. Flirting, what are you going to say? Well, I've been a Microsoft investor for all billions of years. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to go through. Bootleg Jez, what do you got to say? I'm leaving. You leaving the UK? My government sucks. How dare they block the deal? Oh man, they were all out there. Fucking my cousin Vinny's, they're all out there. The two Utes. The who? The Activision and the Xbox. The two Utes. Who? The sack of suds. Phil was at the sack of suds. Phil's at the sack of suds. What do you mean Phil's at? He was at the sack of suds. You shot the clerk. He shot the clerk. Phil shot the clerk. No, that's not what he said. Big Booty Bobby shot the clerk. Lulu says she heard Jim Ryan say he's never.
My God. I am never going to financially recover from this.
Lulu came out there and said she heard Jim Ryan say he's never going to financially recover from this. Oh, man. Post-up was trying to go on a date with Lulu. She was married. There's craziness going on in these streets. Everybody took out their goddamn button, their friggin' clip-on ties, and thought they were going to court with Phil. It was like daytime TV, man. It was crazy shit. It was like the OJ case for gamers. It was craziness. They were watching that every day. Like, oh, at 1 o'clock, the disposition of Phil Spencer comes on. It's like, I got to tune in. We are at the courtroom with Phil the Glorious Spencer, and he will be taking a stand today. Phil Spencer, how is your console doing? We suck. We've always sucked. Nothing's growing. It's never growing. I hired the fine Sarah Bond that's still not growing. I got a guy named Booty running around clapping his ass that's not growing. Nothing's growing around here. I put up pictures. They're not growing. Phil, are you still talking about games? Oh, no, sorry. I wasn't talking about games. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, all right, Phil. Now let me just get... Dude, they were wilding. Hold the line. It's going to go through. Listen to me. Picketing outside the courtrooms. Oh, my God. Craziness. All for this. For nothing. For them to go third party. For them to be a waste of time. Craziness. That's exactly what it turned into. Booty maker coffee with the cream. That's right. Like, Craziness. Like, they spent so much time and money, and they had these Xbox guys glazed as hell to see this stuff and watch these courtrooms in session. And all to say, Phil Spencer comes out after they spent $80 billion. Phil Spencer comes out and goes,
My God. I am never going to financially recover from this.
the emails. Phil said he's never going to financially recover from this. True Virgil's here on a Friday. True Virgil. Are you getting ready for work tonight? True Virgil, he's getting ready. He's goggling some water. He's getting ready. He got to go. Get Phil Spencer rooftop party. True Virgil's in here tonight. There he is. Oh, man. The emails, dude. Those emails are crazy. Oh, it was insane. All this. Never gonna wait. Craziness, Grinders. Craziness. And they shut it down. That is crazy. What is the? Were they supposed to shut it down? Or no? Were they like? Oh man. Xbox always has to make sure they went up on the ass news. They're like, wait, Sony got fair games, and what's her name's in trouble, and they're stealing assets, and Jade Raymond left, and it's like Microsoft's like, nah, you know what? Hold on, we're not getting out this week. We were laying off people on Monday. No, we're not gonna have this negative. Sony's not ending the day on negative news. Go out there, shut it down. Sati, you sure? You listen, PlayStation's my new home. Satya got the PlayStation glaze. He doesn't want PlayStation to be talked about illy. He goes, make sure we shit on our Xbox. Oh, all right, Phil. All right, fine. All right, Satya, I know you got the PlayStation glaze going on. He goes, yeah. Yeah. Make sure we end the day on some bad news. All right, okay, Satya. He's like, all right, Satya. I'll shut it down. That's right. Make sure you shut that down nice. I don't want to go into the weekend thinking people are talking bad about my PlayStation. That's making me money. That's Satya PlayStation glaze. He's cooking now. Get in there, Satya. Get in there. He's like making sure Activision shuts down support for Warzone Mobile because it failed to meet expectations. Oh, what else is new? That's right. He's like, no. Satya had that PlayStation glaze. Dusty Bin is crawling. Dusty Bin can't get enough of Bungie right now. He's riding that train. Yeah, he's going wild in those streets. That's right. They turned to fake lawyers. That's right. They were having downward incline. They were having friggin' you would listen to. You would go. They were using Twitter Spaces as friggin' legal meetings. Florian and Hose Law, they would like be booting up like Twitter Spaces, and they'll be get into space. So let me ask you, Phil is cross-examined. Alina Khan, does she have any leg to stand on here? Well, according to the file 1256, Phil Spencer they were doing therapy sessions. They were doing Spaces was lit. Dusty Bin make a courtroom document. Dusty Bin reading courtroom documents. Now he's surrounded in an orgy of PlayStation 5 Pros. Meanwhile, as soon as the Pro was announced, Dusty Bin said build a PC. He got now surrounded with two of them. Craziness. But Satya made sure. He goes, no. We need to end the day on some bad news. He goes, no. My precious Sony is not going to get knocked up about Marathon and this. We need to end on a bad. Phil, tell them no more mobile. Let's end it down. Let's go. Shut it down. We're done. But Satya, we said the mobile was our key to success. Now PlayStation's our key to success. Now we don't need that mobile shit. We got actual people that buying games over there. Courtroom cookies. He's making courtroom cookies. Yo, the booty emails, it was wild times. It was wild times, man. It was an error. But Grinders, I have definitely overstayed. I wanted to do a show, but no, we're good here. But Grinders, hit that like button, share it out, subscribe here to the Gaming Grindhouse if you're new, because it is going to be a blast. And we got a three-way. Speaking about three-way, we're doing a three-way roasting session, man. They're all getting roasted on Monday. You heard some of it today, but man, they're not going to be ready. And then we're going to get we're definitely getting Liquid Data on here. I'm going to get Liquid Data. So I'm going to get together with him and see if we get him on here. But there, yeah, and that's the thing. I wanted to stream. So let me know in the comments where you want me to stream. I could do Expedition 33. I could do some Doom. I gotta do it from my PC there. I could do that. Or I could do Grindmania. Or Helldivers. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll check out the new Helldivers too with the Grindhouse. That's always a good night. I could then vent about shit. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see. I'll see if I could go tonight. Maybe I'll try to set up tonight. I'll send my voices. Or, but I think I got to come back. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow night. But yeah, keep it locked here. I want to do a stream, definitely. I agree. Helldivers with new content. We could do that. We get some of the grinders in there. Let's do that. I need to shoot some bugs, some things. Janky Jones. Nah, I'm not going to sleep there. No, Buck Rogers. You can't do Janky Jones. I've done enough Janky Jones. I'm still in the Vatican. That's enough of that game. That's just about enough of Janky. Yeah, and with the new content drop, Helldivers is a great one. I think that's a good idea. So keep it locked here and get ready. Yo, shout out to Lucci, man. Lucci is telling me. Lucci's like, yo, Activision. Yo, man. We'll get it. Hit me up on PlayStation. We're going to cook there. Grinders, hit that like button, share it out. Thank you again for the quick gaming bite. We got more coming your way here at the Gaming Grindhouse, and I got to upload some music. So I am due to give you some music, especially for the VIPs. You're going to get it. I got some songs already lined up. Just got to get the vids out, and more coming your way. Streaming this weekend. We're going to do Helldivers. That sounds like a good one. Helldivers 2 coming your way. Grinders, hit that like button. Thank you again. We are out. Where's my music? What happened? Oh, man, my song's not working. All right, Grinder, we'll do this one. We'll head out with this one. Oh, my stuff is not working here. Where's this one? Here we go. Oh, this is a sad one. We're on a good end note here. Let's see. Oh, let's do we always like this one. Flute of Phil. Let's do some flute. I haven't heard some flute in a while. There we go, Phil. Get in there. With your bullshit talking about Activision. Get in there, Phil.
Do you hear the bull? He plays the flute of Phil.
Woo! We haven't heard it at all.
Every turn he makes, the melody's a thrill. With a bassoon in hand and a side flute too, dragging us along through skies of PlayStation blue. Fields are dancing wild to the sound he makes. Echoes through booty ripples in the lakes. Whistles through the trees, a stature begins to sway. Feels all consuming, tune darkens the day.
I'd have to go back and look at that.
It draws us near, notes unclear, we all fear, wandering through the rooftops and fans wide. With Phil's enchanting tune we glide.
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at the box is in the name of our brand.
Xbox, no. Phil, yes. Well.
Moonlight casts a spell as shadows start to play. Phil's tune whispers secrets of the Milky Way. Stars are winking bright as if in time they move. Underneath the night sky, we find our groove. Everywhere we go, the flute it follows still, guiding us through dreams with Phil's messed up skill.
I don't know. Like I'd have to go back and look at that.
Life's a dance with Phil's tune beneath our feet. Oh, the flute of Phil, it draws us near.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Black Ops predictable, right?
Like,
I would have said I wouldn't do that.
yeah.
With Phil's enchanting tune, we glide.
All right, one last song, Grind is. It's Friday. Pull one out for Dusty Bin.
Dusty Bin said, why did he leave? A yen to cap for Xbox and big glaze, and now he is out buying PS5 Pro. Time to make the cookies. A cannon to cap for Xbox and big glaze, and now he is out buying PS5 Pro. Time to make the cookies.
Time to make cookies.
I don't wanna care the same.
Cookie
I
time.
don't wanna act you wait. I don't wanna make you cry.
Pour a glass of milk out for Dusty Bin.
I just had a day.
Pour a glass of milk for his cookies.
I don't wanna be your player. Got the money you, so wanted you.
Happy PS5 Pro owner.
Dusty Bin said, why did he leave? A gin to cap for Xbox and big glazed, and now he is out buying PS5 Pro. Time to make the cookies.
Oh yeah. Xbox cookies. Why did I quit my dream job? Why did I quit? I left my dream job, make some cookies, and buy PS5 Pro.
Time to make the cookies.
Good night, everybody. Hit that like button. Shout out to everybody in the chat.